Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we're going to look at a very, very goofy unit here. We have SOURMAN. This is one of the sort of like Arale collab, I guess, units, right? But basically one of the characters from the batch of units that comes out along with Arale. Now, our boy SOURMAN is pretty bad. I mean, again, we're not going to see the Arale units return, but if we would, and this guy got an awakening, he probably could be pretty interesting. But I do want to, okay, so he's on Dragon Ball Saga. He is on, this is, Special Pose. He's also on Crossover, and he's on Defenders of Justice. So, this guy is on several teams right here. That actually could use extra help. You know, Special Pose is really bad. Defenders of Justice is actually kind of an interesting team. It's got a lot of really good pieces. But this link set, let's just take a look at the details for this guy, right? So, SOURMAN loses 7% HP on his super attack, which obviously is pretty terrible. That is not exactly a good ability, losing that much health for no reason, right? This boy is not going to be doing damage, but he's going to be doing more damage to you than he does to the enemy, right? He's going to be like a Chow Man situation. And then this, right? He's giving himself key, lowers enemy attack and defense when his health is high. But dude, this link set, Coward, Hero, Patrol, Flee, look at this. He only has characters that share 2 links. That's it. Right, so pretty bad, I would have to say, link set for our boy SOURMAN, right? Again, link set, Coward, Hero, Patrol, Flee, Signature Pose, Penguin Village Adventure. Not exactly great. So in this rotation, we are going to be able to have a couple of links active. What do we have? I think this is Signature Pose and Patrol, I believe, are the 2 links that we have active here. Interestingly, he's got Hero. I recognize that because that's the big defense link that like LR, Tapian, and Minosha have. So what is SOURMAN's defense at? 71k right there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and see his super attack, the hand grenade. Now, you know, again, I wanted to do level 10 link videos for a lot of these characters who, you know, are unobtainable. Doesn't mean they're great. Okay, we're just gonna toss a grenade, which is gonna hurt me as well. SOURMAN is doing like more damage to us than he does to the enemy. It's crazy. He was getting a lot of support on that rotation. The thing about the Defender of Justice team is that there's a lot of characters on this team that support that are actually like ridiculously good at the same time, right? Like, there's a lot of support type units in the game, like, you know, for example, Physical Kid Buu, right? Everyone knows him, the big meme, oh, you know, he gives so much attack and defense and stuff like that, like, huge meme of a support type unit. But, I mean, he gets crunched as soon as any kind of difficulty shows up, right? Kid Buu is just not able to withstand the pressure. But a lot of the sort of support characters that you've got on the Defender of Justice category, a lot of them are pretty good. Right, like Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman, once he's able to get a couple of hits in, you know, depending upon if he's fighting an extreme class enemy or not, he's actually able to build up quite a nice attack and defensive stat along with his support type abilities. You just have a lot of other characters on this team that are really good, right? Videl's Defender of Justice team is actually pretty goddamn solid. Okay, so we have another, you know, interesting little rotation for our boy SOURMAN. Let's see what he's getting in terms of defense. 86k. What are SOURMAN's stats? I presume they're pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, this is borderline free-to-play level attack, and his defense is pretty low as well. Again, SOURMAN, you know, released in November of 2016, like all of these other sort of Arale collab units. And needless to say, some of them have aged pretty poorly, like our boy SOURMAN. Him just tossing out the grenade, the hand grenade, like, come on. Alright, well, we're going to take a lot of damage here. Now, his passive is currently active, right? And it, you know, it is lowering the enemy's attack by 20% is actually decent. But, like, dude, we would need a lot more. If I was to give this guy a Dokkan Awakening, it would, you know, he'd do supreme damage, Maybe he'd raise defense on for, you know, 30% for one turn on super attack. Maybe he'd stack defense. I would get rid of the sacrifice HP. I hate that mechanic. No character needs that at all. He can keep that the 20% attack and defensive debuff. Maybe give him like 130% attack and defense. And then what if he's like special pose category, like 40% attack and defense and 3 key or something like that? I think like doing some sort of ability like that could be a really, really good way to sort of operate with SOURMAN. Honestly, I think I would really like that. You know, because then at that point, our boy SOURMAN, you know, he would actually be a unit that would be pretty good just for like a specific category team. I feel like that's sort of the strat that Dokkan can utilize with a lot of free-to-play characters to sort of keep the free-to-play characters like really relevant. Is just make them like ridiculously godly, either on a category team or going against a certain type of enemy. That's all they really have to do. Okay, so now we have quite a substantial buff right here. The thing is that we might this is gonna be a little close, needless to say. All right, good luck, SOURMAN. Like Liam Neeson and Taken, good luck. Do your best not to die, brother. What's his defense at? 81k. Keep in mind that God Goku is immune to having his attack debuffed. Okay, we're dead. SOURMAN. Yeah, SOURMAN. Yeah, so we take 200k, then we're gonna lose health right there, and then he's taking 20k. Okay, actually we are gonna survive. Alright, I thought we were dead to rights for sure. God Goku super attacking is like, oh, well, we're done. Yeah, I don't know. Again, you know, it's hard to sort of get a lot of his links active at the same time, too. He has a very, very wonky link set, right? Like, they did not really do a great job when it comes to SOURMAN's link set. But, I mean, this is a completely different era of Dokkan, right? Like, now they sort of, like, know what they're doing with, like, links and categories and stuff like that. Remember that these Arale collab characters, these characters came out before, like, categories didn't come out for, like, another year or so, right? So it was a long time until we saw categories even come into fruition. So, obviously, you know, characters like SOURMAN didn't have a lot of thought put into them. It was just sort of, like, goofy, like, all right, we're going to get these Arale characters in here. Let's just sort of get this goofiness in here, Dr. Slump, right? And, you know, led to some interesting design choices, I suppose we would say. SOURMAN, honestly, just looking at him, he's one of the worst characters I feel like that we've looked at. Considering he's summonable, right? SOURMAN, he's not a free-to-play unit. And he's looking this bad, so... because it's just like... dude, I don't know. Like, maybe if, like... we would need, like, a really good Jacko to come out or something like that. Maybe, like, a super good Jacko could link up well with our boy SOURMAN. That would be possible. Boy, see... dude, he's gonna die. He's dead. I'm gonna put Videl at the start. Because we've reached the point where SOURMAN... his limited viability has reached an end. We'll probably make this the last turn, right? We got some fun in with our boy SOURMAN, but, you know, he's getting no attack from his passive. He's getting no defense from his passive. He's lowering his own health. His link set sucks. The one, you know, sort of good thing about him is he is on a lot of bad category teams, right? A lot of small, well, I would say a lot of small category teams, more so than a lot of bad teams. Well, I guess Dragon Ball Saga Special Pose are bad. Crossover, I would say, is small, but not bad. Crossover just needs, like, Dokkan Fest exclusive or summonable LR power added to it. Like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegito is really good on Crossover, but we need more Dokkan Fest exclusives or more summonable LRs to be added to that team. Because especially, like, AGL Bardock, right, is not exactly the craziest Dokkan Fest ever. He can be good in the right situation, but... he's not exactly, you know, freaking Videl right here, right? So, let me know what you guys thought of our boy SOURMAN. Bit of a clown. He was pretty bad.